Hey, what's up? It's me, JDS 4696, and today I'm doing a review for my other figure based on the theme film, and this is from Mcfarlane Toys, Movie Maniacs Series 3. Now this figure is known as the Blair Monster, and it was actually like I don't want to spoil the movie, but it's like a spoiler alert, you know. But this is like the final form of the thing towards the end of the film. At the very end of the 1982 film directed by John Carpenter, which starred like Kurt Russell, you know. Now this is the box that it came in, and this is known as the Blair Monster. And the reason why it's called the Blair Monster, because it was the guy that the thing alien had mutated, where like kind of transformed from, was known as Blair, and he's like one of the characters of the film or whatever. And it was like a mixture of him and like dogs and like all other kind of, I guess, things that the thing itself probably had encountered throughout the galaxy, you know, like the alien itself, because it can morph and transform into anything, you know. Okay, well, you can see right here that this is the poster for the thing to itself. As you can see right here, like the actual poster, and it was just like the other one, you know. It's like the original like poster from the 1982 film, like when it played in theaters. As you can see, cool image. And this right here is the actual thing itself, the Blair Monster, which is known as the Blair Monster. And this was like the final form. I didn't want to spoil it for people who have never seen the film, you know. This is like the final form that the thing takes towards the end of the film, which is pretty cool, you know. Yeah, because the final form of the thing, it was like a mixture of the Blair guy that I was talking about. His name was known as Blair. Plus it had like dogs and stuff coming out of his body and stuff, which was kind of cool. Now it's as you can see, there's one of the dogs right there. And I remember in the film that it did have like this like vein or like tentacle thing on his face, like the dog, when it was coming out like his stomach. It did have like this like tentacle thing on it, as you can see right there. Now this figure, what's excellent about it. It looks exactly how the creature looked it on the film. As you can see, like how you can see, like that's the Blair part of it right there, you know, like the human, and it had like this big like monster looking thing coming out his head, you know. Then it had like these arms. It looked exactly like this in the film, like these tail things and stuff too. Now and it stands up pretty well, you know. It has like an excellent like base to it, you know. But it looked just like this in the film, you know. I mean, exactly like this. Like the hands can be like moved, as you can see. You could turn these, like the arms, I mean, they can like move like left and right. Then these can be turned too as well, you know. It's a cool figure, you know. I think the waist can be too. I just don't want to like disturb it too much, because it may like come apart, you know, because they're so fragile. But this is exactly how this looked at in the film, you know. Just like this. Now, as you can see, this is both my theme figures I have right here. I have like the first one I did, which was the Norse creature with the spider as well. As you can see, here's the spider right here that I did. And like the Norse creature 7, it also had its own poster too. And this is the Blair Monster one right here. And he had like a poster too as well. As you can see, like it had its own like thing poster. It came with it too, you know. Yeah, I think these are like some cool, you know, like figures or whatever, you know. They look exactly how they did like on the film. Now, if anything, the Norse creature right here, like the head of it, the hair, it had more hair on his head than this did. Remember how I touched on that? It was like more hair than what you see right here on the figure itself, you know. Good. And this isn't the John Carpenter like version. This is actually like the new version that was released in 2011, and it's actual prequel to their 1982 John Carpenter film. And John Carpenter's 1982 film, you know, of course, is a remake of the other film that was created before then. I think it was like in the 50s. But both, like, the whole thing, franchise, and in its entirety is based on a story called Who Goes There? And I think it was written by John W. Campbell, I think that was his name. And it's about like an alien shapeshifter creature that came to Earth, like, I think it was like 1 million years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And it crashed into the Antarctica or whatever. I think, the Antarctica. I'd be getting kind of confused at times, you know. Which is like, you know what I'm saying, that's where they had discovered it, you know. Because there's like 3 thing films. You got the original one from about the 50s. Then you have like the remake by John Carpenter. And then you have like this sequel, which is really a prequel to the John Carpenter's film. But yeah, these are like my thing figures, you know, and I'm a fan of the John Carpenter one, the 1982 version. That's one of my favorite like horror films, and one of my and actually my favorite film by John Carpenter after the original Halloween and Escape from New York, you know. Okay, so yeah, these are the 2 thing figures, and these are part of the Mcfarlane Toys Movie Maniacs Series 3. And this is released in which year was it? I forgot. These were released. I think they were. Yeah, I think it was in 2000. I know they came out yearly. Okay, all right.